Hi, everybody, and welcome to BC Focus. I'm Dan Illman along with Mike Beer. In this video, we're going to take a peek at the top 10 contenders for this year's Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. Let's take a peek at them. They're ranked in order of preference from Daily Racing Form Morning Line odds maker Brad Free. Of course, the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf, 1 3/8 on the lawn. Warlike Goddess has been absolutely brilliant for trainer Bill Mott, Mike, and now takes on the tough European contingent.
Yeah, true enough. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how she stacks up against whatever Europeans show up. And it feels like they could send some good ones over, Dan. Obviously, Warlike Goddess has been really impressive, but it does feel like the Breeders' Cup is going to be a step up in class for her.
Let's watch Warlike Goddess dominate them in the Flower Bowl. Her 4th consecutive victory. She has won 6 of 7 lifetime. And this is what she does. She doesn't have a lot of early speed. She settles near the back of the pack. She seems to crawl up to them on the turn and cruise right by them.
Yeah, I mean, that's all those things are true. She just packs a really strong stretch kick too, whether it's from farther back in this race here, the Flower Bowl, she stayed, a little bit closer to the pace, but was still just brilliant through the stretch. She's very, very good, Dan. It'll be interesting to see not only what price she is come Breeders' Cup Day, but it'll be interesting to see how she does stack up against some better horses.
Aidan O'Brien sends out Love, the daughter of the wonderful stallion Galileo. Look what Love did last year at 3. She only ran 3 times. She won the 1,000 Guineas. She won the Epsom Oaks. She won the Yorkshire Oaks. And in her first start this year, she won the Prince of Wales Stakes against older males. Now, let's watch her most recent start. She'll be coming into the Breeders' Cup off a 3-race losing streak. She runs 2nd in the Blandford. Your thoughts on this race? She lugged 137.
I mean, listen, she's going to get nailed here on the wire. I thought she actually ran a really nice race here, Dan. I think it's worth pointing out this is at 1.5 miles. It's not the distance she's going to be asked to go in the Breeders' Cup. She took this race over early, just fails to hold on, as you said, carrying a ton of weight there. I thought she ran really well. She has lost 3 in a row, but they're all, high quality races. They're all going longer. She's a real nice horse. She's going to be a handful come Breeders' Cup Day, I think.
Take the best buyer from Mother Earth that we have listed as a grain of salt. That was the one and only time she raced in the United States last year at 2, and she was 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf. She has been nothing if not consistent this year for Aidan O'Brien. 7 starts, all in Group 1s, never off the board, including a win in the 1,000 Guineas. Let's watch her most recent start in the Sun Chariot Stakes. Beaten favorite for the 2nd consecutive race, but another useful effort. Now, all these races at 1 mile, she'll have to stretch out in the Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's going to be the question for her, stretching out for the very first time in her career. She's another filly, though, who has a lot of quality to her, a multiple Group 1 winner already this year. You mentioned her Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf from last year. She ran really well to be 2nd that day. She's a nice horse. I tend to worry less about these horses stretching out than maybe some other people do. So I'm not going to, get too caught up in that. She's real nice, and I feel like she's going to be a major player in this Breeders' Cup.
From France come the 1-2 finishers of the recent Prix de l'Opéra at 1.25 miles. Rougier just nosed out Grand Glory. The ground that day, though, Mike, was very, very testing. A far cry from what they're going to face at Del Mar for the Breeders' Cup.
It is, and it seems like that's the kind of ground that Rougier really likes. She's caught several softer turf courses in her recent starts. So she's run well in all those races. It was 3 really close finishes before that most recent start where she finally got her nose down on the wire. Her form is excellent, Dan, but it is over softer turf, and I wonder if firmer ground might work against her a little bit.
As we scroll down to 6 through 10, we have to talk about number 5. That's the defending champion of this race. Odaria won the Filly and Mare Turf last year at Keeneland when it was at 1 mile 3/16. She has raced 4 times this year. She has yet to win, but a good second to love in the Prince of Wales. Just missed to Grand Glory in the Jean Romanet 2 starts back. And 4th last time out to Rougier in a race where the ground might have really worked against her. I think she wants firm going.
I think she does too. I know she's 0 for 4 this year, but she's run well a couple of times already. Just missed in a couple of those races. Ran fine last time over ground she may not have liked. I feel like if they do decide to come and defend her title, that she's going to be right there in the mix there, because I do think firmer ground is going to help her.
As for horses that are listed 7 through 10, they're going to have to improve. My sister Nat has chased Warlike Goddess in vain in a couple of races already this year. Southern California based Going to Vegas, Luck, and Going Global simply need to improve and get faster. Going Global, I think, has long-term potential. I wonder if this is a little bit too tough at this stage in her career.
Yeah, I sort of feel the same way about her. She's a really nice horse, 5 for 6 this year, with the only loss coming in a pretty close second. So, she's obviously talented. The distance and the step up in class, I think it could be, two things that really conspire against her, at least this year. We'll see what my sister Nat does, Dan. She's very consistent. She's exiting a very easy victory in her final prep. I know it was against weaker horses, but distance is no problem. She shows up and she runs every time. She could easily get a piece of this.
We'll see if Warlike Goddess can keep the streak going, this time against a very tough field of Europeans, including the defending champion, Odaria.